Well, I'm back. I wanted to, as I said, I was going to show you how to mix up those colors that I did this particular piece with. As a matter of fact, this is my final of this image. This again, in case you haven't seen the other video that I did, this is was a reenactor, or is a reenactor, that was out at the 150th anniversary of the Battle of Shiloh reenactment and Civil War reenactment, and I went out there and took a bunch of pictures, and I just happened to get this guy, and I really liked it. This is a study. I'm going to do a much larger piece, a full body piece of him, and this was a study that I did, and I like the way it turned out. But I just wanted to show that I got the final of that done. You can see this up at the website, mbstudiosart.wordpress.com. Go check it out. You can see the progressions of it, and leave a comment. We'd like to see you there. All right, I'm going to show the colors that I've got mixed here, and what we're going to mix with. And what we have is burnt sienna. We have ultramarine blue, and we have white. You can use titanium white, whatever white you want to use. I happen to be using flake white on this particular one. But we're going to go, we're going to start off to mix our values. I'm going to get it one more than that, just get that over here. And what we have is our burnt sienna, and we're going to take it to a dark, almost black, not quite, but almost black, and then to a not quite white, but adding white and just going real light, having some good values here so that you can have the turns from in the painting, like in the painting you see here when you're making the turns in the nose and the face and the cheek, and those subtle turns and everything. You need some values to be able to pull that off, and I'm sure you understand that. But we're going to go right into this, just dive right in. And what I like to do is I'm going to take from this, and I'm going to put over here, and I'm going to grab me some ultramarine. I'll try to get about this same amount, and we're going to mix that up. And that's a good color, not quite dark enough. I'm going to go a little darker than that. And let me clean that off. I'm going to go a little darker than that. I want it almost, not quite, but almost black. Now that's good. I can see right there, right off the bat, that's right where I want it. And that's a good black right there. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, and I'm going to grab some more of this sienna and put over here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get a half value in here. So we'll grab, yeah, about that much, and I'm going to come over here and just a little bit more. I'm going to grab about the same amount, and what I'm trying to do is find middle ways between just plain sienna and my black. And I probably would go just a little less dark than this, and the way you can fix that is just add a little more to it. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll get some more sienna out. But I'm going to just add a little bit more to it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. That'll lighten it up just a little bit. And there we go. So what I have now is not quite as dark as you can see that transition, but there, see, it's not as dark as what I got there, but it's darker than what I have here for the sienna. All right, I'm going to grab real quick. I don't know how quick it'll be, but I'm going to grab it just the same and put me out some more sienna. All right, and I'll grab some of that sienna, put down here. Again, now we're going to go the other direction, and I'm going to grab, let's say about like that. Come over here, and I'm going to grab me some white, about the same, maybe just a little bit. Probably got a little bit much there, but let's just see where it goes. This is not an exact science. You don't have to have it, you know, it's got to be the exact amount. If you go a little more, you just add the other to it. If you go a little too light, add some more sienna to it. If you go too, it's not light enough, add more white. It's just pretty simple. Actually, that's not too bad right there. Yeah, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna go there. I think that's a good value, because what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna, just like I did before, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna put a little bit of amount, and I'm gonna grab some sienna. Now you don't have to grab quite as much as that. Just want to go darker than this, lighter than that. See there? I call that pretty good. It wouldn't even hurt to take that one just one step darker. And I want to demonstrate that. If you feel like that's what it needs, then go there. See, yeah, I like that. And now again, it's lighter than that. Okay. Darker than this one over here. And then on this last one, just grab you a little bit, pull down in here. We want some highlights, come up here and grab you some white. And there you go. Nice highlights, and you can go lighter if you need to. It's quite simple. One of the ways I do that is grab me some white, I put it down here, and I work a little bit into it if I want to go a little lighter for some real strong highlights if you have them. And that's how you do that. Now there's your mix. Now this is exactly what I did to paint this painting right here. Now you'll notice there's some grays in there. Where did I get my grays? I took my grays right over here from the black that I mixed up. We'll just take this up here. And now we're going to take some white, mix into it, and you get a beautiful, beautiful gray. This is a little darker than what I want, but that's okay to have some dark. You want some dark. Pull some over to the side a little bit, grab some more white, and mix it right there. Just pull a little bit into it. Don't pull too much. And now you've got a lighter. And I usually like to have 3 values there, so I'm going to grab a little more white. I'm going to put it over here. And I'm going to mix it right there. Now I've got a much lighter. I've got my 3 grays there. That's pretty good. And then if I need to go some super highlights, I can always pull right straight from my white. Now I have everything here on my palette that has gone into this, with the exception of one thing. I did pull down here in the shirt. I put some cadmium red light and some cadmium red deep so that I could have a strong transition. I felt like that was needed. So you can add that to your palette, and in fact any other colors. Now this makes for great study flesh, but as you can see over here, I go into quite a bit variety of colors in order to get some strong flesh tones, and you'll see them on my pad over here where I mix them up. I like to have exactly what I mixed and put together to get those flesh tones. I love these flesh tones right in here, which is what's on my palette over here, which is what created this. Sometimes when it looks dark on the palette, it comes out a little different over here when you'll see it, the lights and everything. So and this is just a doodle I did from my head. This is a doodle. It's not meant to be a perfect eye or anything like that. But you can take some of these base colors and literally add to these values right here and create some amazing flesh tones. And so this is a good, if you want to learn to draw and to paint, and that's what I basically call it, is drawing with color. You get the right shape, the right value. And for instance, when you're looking in here and you see these shapes, these light shapes, that's a shape. So if you see that on the subject and you make that shape and you put the shapes, and then there's this shape here, which I'd like to go a little lighter on that, but there's a point I just stop when it's a study. But when you see these different shapes, like the shape here along the nose, you get the shapes and you see lights. You'll see little lights in these shapes that pop up here, and there's a little bit of light back in here. Even though this is dark, there's little bits of light. You put the right shapes in the right places next to each other, and that's what you're really painting, is shapes. You put those right shapes, right value, and then you'll have a strong likeness and a good painting. I hope this has been a help, and we'll try to not knock everything over, but we'll try to come back with some more. And if you have questions, ask them. I'll try to respond as much to everybody as I possibly can. All right, thank you. Don't forget to visit the website, mbstudiosart.wordpress.com. Bye bye.